Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Terence Crawford gives his breakdown of Jeff Horn's win over Gary Corcoran. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego in the back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, also the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, ESPN did an interview getting the sentiments and thoughts of Terence Crawford. He watched the fight with Jeff Horn and Gary Corcoran. Shout out to Jeff Horn. He successfully defended his title, got a corner stoppage, stopped Gary Corcoran in the 11th round. And the link is in the description. You can hear the interview, or actually read the interview. And this is what Crawford had to say. He said he wasn't overly impressed with Jeff Horn. He said Jeff Horn did what he had to do to get the job done, but I'm a totally different fighter than Gary Corcoran. I have more power and more speed than Corcoran. When he steps into the ring with me, it's going to be a different, very different story. When I move up to 147 pounds, everyone is going to see a bigger, stronger fighter and harder puncher than they saw at 140. I plan to do the same thing at 147 that I did at 35 and at 140 and clean out the division. There are holes in everybody's game. There are a lot of holes in Jeff Horn's game, and everybody will see that when he gets in the ring with me. He goes on to say, 2017 has been a huge year for me. Stoppages over Olympic gold medalist Felix Diaz and a fellow undefeated unified world champion Julius Ndongo. My move to the #1 spot on the pound for pound list in the eyes of some, and becoming undisputed junior welterweight champion of the world. 2018, I'm going to continue to be successful. I feel like I'm getting better each and every time I step foot in the ring, and I know that will continue next year in my new weight division. Listen, my thoughts, very simple. I'm not going to keep this too long. I love it. I told you in the video I did about kind of summarizing the Jeff Horn win over Gary Corcoran. I mean, solid for him, title defense, get some, you know what I mean, so he doesn't have any ring rust because the Pacquiao fight was a couple months back. But Gary Corcoran won 2 fights in a row against low-level opposition, and right before that, in his 3rd fight, he had been stopped by Liam Williams, who lost twice and got stopped by Liam Smith, who Canelo easily toyed with and destroyed. You know what I mean? So to me, the Gary Corcoran win, I wasn't really too impressed either. Like, you know what I mean? It took 11 rounds to get a guy who's durable at best, but not, you know what I mean, world class. Terence Crawford, like I said, and like he's saying, he's a different animal. And as far as his power, he says he's going to be a stronger fighter, harder puncher, more so at 47 than he is at 140. It's possible. And the reason I say it's possible because I've seen him several times, been to his media day, been to his gyms, and he has the frame to do it, right? And obviously we know he has the skill and the technique to turn his punches, and he has speed. I don't think he's going to lose those things. And the other thing you have to understand is there has to be a reason why he moved up. He became undisputed, stayed long enough to do that, but maybe it's his time. I don't know his exact age off the top of my head, but he might be maybe 30 or so. So he was probably growing out of the division where he felt it was harder and harder to make the weight. I mean, fighters like him, elite level fighters, are not going to complain about it and make a big fuss. Like, you don't get to hear about everybody's weight struggles like Broner or Julio Cesar Chavez like you do with them or something. But I think he probably started to outgrow the division, so now he's going to be more comfortable. He's going to get to eat probably a little bit better. Maybe he couldn't eat red meat on one day, but now he can because he's moving up in weight, stuff like that. So another thing from just being around fighters that I've noticed is that weight cut is huge. When fighters have to cut less weight, and they overall that weight cut can affect your overall mood and mentality. If you're like starving and killing yourself to make weight, and then all of a sudden you get to eat a little bit better and eat a little bit heavier, maybe on a particular day, or have to run, instead of running 8 miles, you can do 5 miles and you'll still be on target. Stuff like that. That all matters because boxing, to me at least, is definitely psychological. So I do believe Terence Crawford. I think his power and speed will transition up. And I mean, you can't compare the Gary Corcoran performance to anything that Terence Crawford can do. I mean, Gary Corcoran doesn't have the defense of Crawford, the ring IQ, the resume, I mean, nothing, the wins. So I'm looking forward to it. Now, don't get it twisted. I think Jeff Horn maybe for a few rounds could create some havoc and issue. But I think as the fight wears on, he's going to get more and more discouraged when he can't catch Terence Crawford, when he's getting hit with pot shots. And I think he's going to get broken down. And I think he's going to be so bewildered, it's not going to be funny. You know what I mean? And we'll see. If Terence Crawford can stop him in his first fight in welterweight, that'd be very impressive. But I just don't see with Jeff Horn. I don't. It doesn't look like, from what I've seen, it doesn't look like you're going to get Terence Crawford out of there with one solid punch. You're going to have to put something together. And I think Crawford will just be expecting the ambush so much and controlling the distance so much. It's going to be very hard for Jeff Horn, because Jeff Horn's kind of sloppy. It's effective, but it's rather sloppy. It's not like I would even say Maidana has a more refined Jeff Horn style. When he teamed up with Roberto Garcia, he improved his jab at least, which is a basic fundamental, a forgotten and unused punch, and that made Maidana just like that. It made him that much more dangerous. That's why he was even able to compete with Floyd Mayweather. They even asked Floyd Mayweather at the end of the fight, was there anything that Maidana did that you were impressed by or you didn't expect? And he's like, he got a good jab. Maidana, he didn't expect Maidana, because Maidana, with the persona and your past fights and stuff, he didn't expect Maidana's jab to be that on point. So he had to make those adjustments. Jeff Horn don't really have that, you know what I mean? And if he does, he doesn't live and die by the jab and stuff like that. So just a different fight. They're talking about putting this fight in the springtime, March, April, and they're talking about putting it in Las Vegas. I think that's better and that's fair. Pacquiao arguably got robbed to some people in Brisbane. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't see Crawford necessarily going to Brisbane unless he got a lot of money, because there's a lot of risk with the judging and stuff. Let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with Terence Crawford? Will he be bigger and stronger at welterweight? Let me know. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.